Mental blocks are so frustrating. They're so confusing. The biggest challenge with them is a lot of athletes and parents and coaches, they just don't understand what's happening. They don't understand why they're happening. They don't understand what caused it or what to do about it. There's so much trial and error in the process of trying to overcome mental blocks. And it's frustrating. It can get very expensive trying all the different things. And it's hard. And a lot of athletes, they burn out on the path because their confidence suffers. They stop enjoying what they're doing. And the process, it ends up affecting them in areas outside their sport. It goes from a mental block and a skill to I'm not a good tumbler to maybe I'm just not cut out for cheerleading to I'm just not a good person. I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do. So that process, it's hard, it's long, and I don't want you to go through it. If you're a parent watching your athlete struggle day after day, or if you're an athlete in the middle of it and you can relate to anything I have already said, then I have a special opportunity for you. We are actively offering a brand new training series that we're calling Turn I Can't into I've Got This, how to understand and overcome mental blocks in tumbling. We just offered the first session this past Saturday. I led it. It was awesome. We had so many awesome breakthroughs and aha moments and just some really good feedback from that training where the biggest takeaway is that they have hope. If you have been on this journey of overcoming mental blocks and you feel like you are losing hope, then I want you to attend. I want you to join a future training session. Today, this podcast episode, I'm going to give you a sneak peek. I am going to let you into the training, no registration required. It's completely free. And hopefully, by the end, if you are excited to learn more, if you want to attend the full live training, we have sessions being offered every single week. To learn more and get signed up and register, go to mgpcoach.com/mental block training. I'll have the link in the show notes for you. But in the meantime, I am so glad you're here. And here's what you're going to learn. So, in this little snip, I'm going to talk about why just do it never works. And to be honest, a lot of the go to methods for overcoming mental blocks, they're just not effective. And I'm going to tell you why. If you sit in on the entire full live training, you're also going to learn why athletes get stuck, what happens to confidence as athletes progress in their sport, why mental blocks happen, what they are, and why athletes avoid skills, and what the behavior actually means. Why do they hesitate? Why do they look backwards 1,000 times? And most important of all, I'm going to show you a healthy, effective path to rebuilding your confidence and overcoming mental blocks. Again, whether your athlete's dealing with a block, feeling stuck in a skill they've been working on forever, or they're starting to lose confidence in their self and their sport, this training is going to help you understand what's happening and what to do next. All right, so let's go ahead and listen to the snip. And I would love to see you or hope to see you in a future live mental block training very soon. Again, the link to register is in the show notes. It is absolutely free to attend, but spots are limited, so you do need to register. All right, here we go. Welcome to the Mind Over Mental Block podcast. I'm your mental performance coach, Mandy Patterson. I know the weight of mental blocks because I battled them myself as a competitive athlete. From back handsprings I thought I'd never get to fools I needed to stay on scholarship, I know how frustrating it is to feel stuck. And as a mom of three and former coach, I also know how heartbreaking it is to watch it happen. This podcast is for cheerleaders and gymnasts ready to stop overthinking, face their fears, and believe in themselves again. For parents who want a trusted voice to guide their child so they can simply cheer them on. And for coaches who strive to leave an impact that goes far beyond the mat. Whether you're listening together to or from practice or a big meet or on your own in those moments when you're just not quite sure what to say or do, this podcast, it's for you. It's the pep talk you want, the tough love you need, and the encouragement you've been waiting for. So hit subscribe and let's go. Imagine I asked you to walk through this hallway. It's completely covered in spiders. Yuck, right? And if you're like one of those unique individuals who love spiders, think about snakes or I don't know, something that you don't particularly love, that there's a lot of fear around. Think about if I asked you to walk into this hallway or walk through this hallway. Would you be like, sure, no problem. I got it. Let's go. I'm excited. Let's do it. Absolutely not. How would you feel? You would be probably like, are you serious? Why? What do I get? Are you sure? Are you crazy? Why do I need to go through here? Your heart would probably race. your throat would feel tight, you'd have knots in your stomach. You'd probably hesitate. You maybe work yourself up to go in and then you back up a couple times. Oh, are you sure? You'll look for another way. Like, can you come with me? Like, you do it. I'll stay here. You go. Maybe you negotiate. Well, what if I clean my room instead? Or you might avoid it. You're like, maybe I can just try again tomorrow." Do these things sound familiar? Now imagine if you had to walk through this hallway every single day. That is what working through a mental block is like for these athletes. That is what's happening to your child or to you as the athlete when you are working through a block or a challenge. Imagine if I tell you, I'm going to give you $100 or I'm going to give you ice cream or the newest Nito, if you're an athlete, to walk through that hall. Some of you would do it. Some of you would, right? Maybe today, but maybe not tomorrow, right? Once you get that, it's like, okay, now I'm good. What if I said, don't think about it? Just do it. Just go for it. Stop being afraid. Or what if I told you that if you didn't walk in that room, your team's going to have to condition, or you're going to lose your spot, or your coach and your parents will be disappointed, or everyone's watching go, right? Or what if I just walked away and I left you there by yourself, standing in front of that room? Some days, bribes, threats, or pressure from like tryouts or a competition coming up, some days that is enough. Or just wanting to keep other people happy. That is enough to get you through and to be able to throw your skill. That's why that happens sometimes. But did the fear really go away, or did you just find a bigger fear? The spiders didn't disappear. Your brain, it still believes that they're dangerous. And that's exactly why a lot of athletes, or that's what athletes experience today. That's a lot of the pressure and what it feels like. Just do it. It doesn't remove the spiders. It actually asks your brain to ignore them. But brains, they don't ignore danger, they protect us from it. Okay. So, if many of the go-to methods for working through mental blocks, if they don't work, because mental blocks, they're not a logic problem, right? Okay. They are a safety problem. Also, mental blocks, they're not physical. It's not a physical problem. They can do the skill, right? You've seen it. It's a mental problem. So more reps, drills, and practices, they're not going to solve it. So if pushing harder isn't the solution, so what is the solution? The solution to overcoming mental blocks and understanding them is mental training, mental skills training. Okay. So what does mental training actually look like? Like, how do you train your mind as an athlete, or how, as a parent, do you support your athlete with training their mindset? If you loved this sneak peek episode, be sure to register for the next live training that we have coming up. Full 30-minute training, including an action guide workbook for free and a bonus Q&A session afterwards. To register, click the link in the show notes, mgpcoach.com/mental block training. Spots are limited, so make sure you register today. Also, if you're ready for more support, check out the show notes for additional resources and next steps. I also have a link there to join my MVP list, so you'll always be first to know about new content, resources, and special offers. I would love to stay connected. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Mandy Patterson Coaching for more inspiration and encouragement throughout the week. Remember, you are amazing, infinitely capable, and stronger than you think. I believe in you, and I'll see you very soon.